So, this is a different kind of episode today. No tips, no strategies, just a real raw conversation about something that so many of us, especially in our 40s, 50s, and beyond, are facing, quite frankly. And that's what happens when your parents get sick, and suddenly you're the strong one. You're the one they need to lean on. This past week has flipped my priorities upside down, to say the least. I mean, I am not in my usual office. I'm not in my usual attire. And here's the thing, I got a call, and within just a few hours, I was packed up. I was on the road, and I was heading to take care of both of my parents who were very sick, weak, which is just almost unfathomable to me. And they were absolutely not able to manage on their own at that point. And I'm going to share a bit of what happened. But today's episode, I've thought a lot about this, and it's really about you. This is happening more and more for women who I coach. They're not just navigating careers and looking toward retirement and dealing with high school or college age or adult children and grandchildren. They're not just looking at their own health journeys. They're also fielding middle of the night calls sometimes, driving hours or getting on a plane. They're dealing with doctor's appointments and sorting out meds and sometimes lifting bodies that have become frail. They're managing medical chaos and they're holding it all together with duct tape and maybe a protein bar here or there. And so this is not just hard, it's emotionally conflicting. You love your parents, you're absolutely going to be there, but you're also exhausted and drained. And if we're being honest, sometimes, and many women have told me this, sometimes they feel resentful because maybe you're still working. Maybe you have, kids of your own still in the house. Maybe you're wondering why your parents didn't take better care of themselves or their health. And maybe there are issues around siblings who are absent, or sometimes clients have told me that they have siblings who just feel like, it's the girl's responsibility. And so now, whatever the situation, none of that, none of the emotions, none of, even if you feel resentful, I want you to know that's normal. It's not that you're ungrateful. All of that just makes you human. And I had a little bit of a moment myself, um, I'm still here with my parents as I'm recording this episode. And, one day, I've been here for about a week now, and one day standing outside, if you follow me on social media, you know that I was working with, in gloves and galoshes, hauling around 50-pound sacks of dog food, because my dad at that point physically couldn't, and he has basically a working kennel in a small business. And I heard my dad said to me, well, you can't lift that. I'll have to go get it. Talking about the dog food. And there was no way that at that point he was physically able, which is a whole nother side note, because to see him not physically able, even though he is about to turn 80, is kind of also mind blowing to me, because my dad is really strong and capable and does things at almost 80 that 50-year-old men don't do. Anyway, back to this moment, he's like, I'm going to need to, I'll go get the dog food. You don't have to do that. You can't do that. And I was like, are you kidding me? Freaking watch me. And I could lift 50-pound bags of dog food and haul them, a couple hundred yards to the kennels, because I have taken care of my own health. I have the strength to show up in a crisis. And so that was a moment. It was a moment that is a reminder that what I do in my little home gym, what I do in the kitchen, the choices that I make with my sleep, with my stress, it's not about vanity. It's not about selfishness. It's about real life. It's about being able to do what life asks of you because life will ask and it will ask big sometimes. So here's what I want you to know today. If you are in this season, if you are becoming the caretaker or you're facing that, where your parents are aging, where you may feel overwhelmed or even the thought of that makes you anxious, where you may feel underprepared or unprepared, where you may feel stretched so thin you're about to snap. You're not alone. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not crazy. You're not bad for feeling what you feel. This is just a new chapter of our lives. And most of us were never taught to navigate this, just like we weren't taught to navigate perimenopause, which is also mixed in oftentimes with this whole aging parent thing. But I'm going to start talking about this here more, not just as a coach, but as a daughter who's also living it, because this matters. And because your health, your strength, your mindset, it matters more than ever in this season of your life. So this episode is just the beginning. I'm going to be diving into practical tools. We're going to be talking about boundaries, guilt, burnout, logistics, all the emotional landmines that come with aging parents and caring for them, even potentially the resentment that may come along with that. And hell, I may even create some resources down the line to help you. Not just help you survive the season, but help you to grow stronger through it. Be better prepared in many different ways. I've got lots and lots of thoughts around that. So today, if you're just doing your best to keep all the balls in the air, if you're tired, if you're overwhelmed, maybe if you've cried in the car more than once this week, I see you. And I'm going to continue to be here to walk you through this. We don't get to choose when life hands us the hard stuff. We don't. But we can choose how we take care of ourselves so we're ready when it does throw that stuff at us. So thank you for listening today. As always, thank you for accepting me in all my realness and my old AC/DC t-shirt as I go out to feed the dogs one more time. And if this hits home for you, maybe share it with a friend who's going through something similar, because more than ever I know, the strong among us need support too. Yeah. So see you right back here next time.